Hello, and welcome to the show. This is your host, Meta. Meta. I'm here with a very awesome friend. Bitch?
I like it.
Okay, we're gonna have to censor that every single time.
Oh, we have to censor on this?
No, I'm fucking joking. No, you're good.
Ooh, my heart dropped for a second.
Alright, and like... his bad boy bitch. Okay, so before we start off, I'd like to read a little monologue on the moral permissibility of sex with mentally disabled people. Here is a monologue I wrote on the moral permissibility of sex with mentally disabled people. Please do not have sex with mentally disabled people unless you yourself are mentally disabled and can reconcile your actions of premarital sex. Otherwise, for all those that are not of mental disability, please refrain from commencing intercourse with those that have mental disabilities. It is not morally permissible because they do not have the ability to rationalize the concepts of sex. So therefore, you're practically forcing them to do it. Thank you.
Wow, I was not expecting that right off the bat. I was expecting a topic of change. Okay, so I guess my first question would be like, what would you consider mentally disabled? Like, to what degree?
Oh, like extra chromosome. Like, they have Kelvin-Klein's disease.
Okay.
Like, that mental... No, I'm not talking, like, mental disability as in, like, schizophrenia. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, psychosis.
I was making sure we're, like, starting off on the same basis of, like,
yeah,
where
Kelvin-Klein's disease, I think people without it shouldn't have sex with them because they have, like, the mental capacity of, like, a 5-year-old, you know? And you shouldn't have sex with a 5-year-old for the same fucking reasons, you know, because they can't understand, like, what they're doing, you know? You're taking advantage of someone so innocent. Am I wrong?
I agree with that.
Cool. Don't have sex with mentally disabled people. Okay, so anyways, here's my monologue on the Chinese government. My fellow Americans, I believe it is of the utmost importance to ensure that we are not blinded by the fact that China is being slandered and libeled by anti-Chinese lobbyists, whose agendas befits the fall of a great country. The honorable leader of China, Winnie the Pooh, what do you think about that, bitch?
My thought is, I'm glad I changed my name. I don't have a response to that one.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I wasn't even supposed to ask you what your opinion is. It was supposed to be quick little monologues. So that's fine. Here's my last monologue, and bitch, I want you to tell me what you think. I asked my coworker to tell me a joke, and this is what he said. He looked at me in surprise and became silent for a few minutes. He told me that he did not know any jokes and to give him a second to think. He started to laugh and then saying that he doesn't know any jokes. Then why is he laughing? I have no clue why he's laughing. I pressured him harder to think. He said that he doesn't know any jokes like that. I informed him that I was documenting our interaction. He said, yeah, that's what I figured. He tried to leave, but I interjected him by stating that he needed to tell me a joke. He needed to. This is the joke that he said. I read an article about a flower that blooms in the desert in the city of Paradise, Nevada, called the Paradisium Flower. It blooms when you water it in the desert, which is interesting because paradise nuts. I didn't laugh at the joke. It was a horrible joke. So, bitch, what did you think?
I thought that was a great joke.
You thought that was a great joke?
I thought that was wonderful. I don't know why you didn't like it.
I didn't laugh.
That's like right up. That's like your humor right there.
Is it my humor?
That is right up your alley.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you were the one who were telling the joke.
Yeah, like this is all just me. I don't actually have any coworkers, and I'm just typing away in my room, like I don't even have a job. Where am I getting coworkers from?
No, I feel like all that happened, but the situation was reversed. I feel like you were the one telling the joke, and no one laughed at you.
Yeah, and it was just that awkward, and I was putting myself out of that situation.
You're like, no, you know what? In my story, you will be the one.
Yeah, this is you. This wasn't me. The tables
I am
of
hilarious.
Yeah, that's fucking. Oh fuck. Yeah, I could see myself doing that. Like, the more I think about it, that's such a me move, right?
I feel like it is. I feel like we just outed you on camera.
Yeah, like, so one time, there's this coworker who shan't be named, and he peed his pants in the middle of aisle 9.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
But I saw it.
It wasn't me. There was no one else there. It was just me and him. And then he had the audacity to take off his pants, and he put it on my pants and said that I peed my pants. And then he ran away. And then HR is telling me that there's no one named LeBron Bryant. There's no one named LeBron Bryant. And then it was me who peed my pants in aisle 9. Not him. It wasn't me. It was him. Oh fuck!
Fully see this happening.
Yeah, that's definitely something I would do. I think. What's the word? Manifest that it wasn't me, right? So yeah, that's all my monologues. I like to start off with like a couple monologues before I actually start the topic of the show. This has been brought to you by Dorax. It's like Borax, but deader. Now back to the show. Wow, what a great sponsor.
Amazing.
Dorax. You know what Dorax does?
Puff them every night.
I think it cleans our shirts. Borax does. But Dorax is like a better version, apparently. From what I've been told. So I don't clean my shirts, but when I do, I use Dorax.
Oh, okay. See, honestly, I thought Dora the Explorer was trying to be like different and put an X at the end of her name or something, you know?
Like Latinx.
Dorax.
You know the Latinx, yeah.
Because Dorax sounds like Dora-X.
Dorax.
You get it?
Do-rags?
Oh, you didn't get the joke.
I thought you meant the thing that gives you waves.
No. Someone cut this off.
Dorax. Hey, yo, nice Dorax, my bro. How many Doraxes you got? Oh, well, now back to the show.
Our show is about
change. Let's change the intro. So when we talk about change, are we talking about metaphysical change, physical change, societal change? Like what is change to you?
Personally, right now, I'm taking more of like an emotional change in life. You know, I'm changing who I am as a person. You know, so like for me, when I talk about change, I'm talking about like something within myself. I don't know what it'd be for you, but
so like your heart, your soul.
Yeah. Well, for example, I used to be always like scared of everything. You know, hiding in the shadows and stuff like that. It's not a fun personality type to have. So one thing that I'm trying to change about myself is being like braver, being more out there, like having the confidence to like put myself out there a little more in life, you know?
Right.
Which is a big change for myself, you know, from the start. When was it? 2 or 3 weeks ago, I went skydiving as like a big, like huge change, you know, like I thought, what's the scariest thing I could do in life? And jumping out of a plane was like the scariest thing that I could possibly think of. And then I did it, you know? Like what else can you do that's like a bigger change to your personality than doing the thing that scares you most?
Right. How was it?
It was amazing. I'm addicted now. I want to do it again.
Yeah, and you that's so crazy because you're like, oh, I'm just gonna do this thing that I know for a fact I'm totally scared of. I would never want to do. I'm gonna do it. And then you did it, and you're just like, fuck. When can I do it again? Right. That's so crazy.
Like even halfway down, while still on the parachute, I was just like, I never want to not be up here. You know, it's just such a personally. I think heights were one of the biggest things that scared me, but like conquering it now, I'm like, fuck, I want to be like up high now, you know. I'm ready for like my condo in the sky.
Your condo in the sky,
just to be up there.
Really?
Yeah, it's a great experience.
Wow. And you weren't afraid, like when you were in there, like in that moment?
Honestly, so in the plane ride going up, I felt fine. I was calm. I was cool. It didn't become real until the plane door opened, and then all of a sudden it was just like immediate panic. Actually,
wait, there's no floor down here, right?
Yeah, no, and the scare how it is they hang your feet off of the plane first, so you just like there's like nothing there, you know, it's just your feet and a bunch of air in your face, you know, and 1, 2, 3 and go, you know, and that's it. And it was scary for that 1 second, but as soon as I felt the air in my face, I felt fine, you know.
Holy shit!
Yeah, actually, in the there was a video that the what do you call him? The guy that does it, the instructor. The instructor took of me, and you can see in the video where my face goes from absolute terror to absolute joy.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's
wow.
I mean, only because you have my social media, you'll be able to see it. But like when he taps me on the shoulder, you can see my face go from terror to joy.
Oh wow! what like when you felt that, were you just kind of like, what was it? Were you like, fuck this, I'm gonna enjoy it, or like what made it change?
It stopped feeling scary. You know, like
Right.
I think the scariest part was like the leap itself. You know, but like once you're in the sky and stuff, it's just you feel like you're flying. Like for me, the joy of being up there and like kind of like letting everything just go for a few seconds, just, you know, overtook all the emotions, and it became relaxing almost.
Yeah, wow. Have you ever been more relaxed than skydiving?
I mean, no.
Right?
That was like one of my most peaceful moments, and it's weird because there's so much wind, but for like a few moments you just feel absolute. I for me at least, it was just like absolute silence.
Oh my fucking god, that's insane.
It was just falling, holding onto the parachute, just in that weightlessness almost of like, this is nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then
so
if you got
crazy.
a fun kick, my instructor was making us do these like spins as we were falling down, like we're falling down super fast. So it went from like peaceful to like a fun roller coaster in like 2.5.
Wow. Oh my god.
Although it feels like you're falling for a lot longer than you really are. I thought I was up there for like 10 minutes. I shit you not. I thought I was up there for a really long time.
Really?
And he was like, no, it's like a few, like I think it was like total minute, like 2 minutes or something.
2 minutes?
If that.
But it feels like
I
minutes.
shit you not. I was up there for 10 minutes, just like
doing
out.
everything. Yeah. Wow. So like, what possibly could have happened was like your body was like, I love this so much, I never want it to end, right? And then time just slows down.
Thank God.
Right?
You know,
that's so crazy.
I'm actually hopefully gonna do it again pretty soon, but in Oceanside, California. I heard you can like jump off like somewhere from the elevation of the Burj Khalifa, like the tallest tower in the world. So like something around that elevation is something you can jump off of, right? That I know that you can like pay for right now. Like I couldn't only imagine jumping off something that high, you know, like, jeez.
There's a commercial of that tower, and an airline, like they collabed, and you know it's in Dubai, right? So there's this woman, a flight attendant, on the very top antenna of the tower, and she's holding a sign that says "Fly Dubai Airlines" or whatever. And like she's just standing there with no support or nothing, and like helicopters and stuff like flying around her. It's the craziest shit. Yeah, and like there's like clouds under her, you know, because it's so fucking far up. It's the scariest shit.
I'll be honest, I want to say that I would love to do something like that, but like my ass would probably like faint halfway up. And
dude,
like,
yeah, my knees would have buckled. I would have fell. You know?
Yeah, that's it.
I'm falling. My knees buckled. I'm terrified.
Help! I've fallen. I literally can't get up.
Yeah, she didn't have a parachute, so she just falls.
That's it.
Yeah, you're gone. Yeah, and the way that the tower is built, like there's nothing you can hold on to. It's just straight down. You're dead. And the tower rotates.
rotates?
Yeah. So there's like at the baseline, there's like little like columns because it has to be shaped kind of like a triangle so it holds, right? So like the lower chevrons of like the building, it rotates. Yeah, it's really cool. I don't know why they do that.
Honestly, I wonder what the theory behind all that stuff is.
The stratosphere rotates. The top. And
I know the Seattle one does as well, doesn't it?
The Seattle Space Needle. Yeah, that rotates. And then I know there's a tower in Japan. It's the Tokyo Tower. It's like the Eiffel Tower. And that shit rotates. Like when I was up there. Or I must have been like so scared that everything was like rotating.
Maybe you were the only one
rotating.
rotating.
The room's spinning and like all these tall places I've been in, it's just me feeling lightheaded and passing out. And I'm like, wow, this tower spins.
As, like factual evidence.
Yeah, right. Because like I shit you not, does the Eiffel Tower spin?
No.
Shit was spinning for me. Dude, it might have been nerves. It might. Now that I think about it. You know what?
Can we fact check everything that we just said?
Yeah. All the spinning rooms. Which one was spinning? You know.
I think I heard that the Seattle, the Space Needle does rotate, but I don't know about the other ones. I'd be a little surprised.
Yeah, I do get lightheaded with like heights because I'm so anxious. You know, that the room starts spinning for me. So, emotional change. Would you say you're happier now than you ever been after the jump?
Yes. I mean, I don't want to say like after the jump. There was like things that I was changing about myself that were leading to the jump. Where like the jump was the push over the edge that I needed to like fully realize everything. But in general, I do feel like I'm happier than I have ever been. Wow. Yeah.
You know, like a lot of people think that they need a huge thing to change them, right? Which, there's, I'm not saying that there isn't, right? But then, like, some people think, like, I need that big thing. And then they just wait for that big thing to happen before they change.
Right. And that was what was going on a lot with myself leading up to it, that I was always waiting for that one big moment in my life to happen that would change everything. Mm-hmm. Whereas, like, this time around, I made the small changes that led up to the big one. What I needed to be the big moment.
Yeah, like little, like you took those steps necessary instead of just kind of like waiting for the big change to come to you, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And what it was, I had heard. I wish I can tell you who I'm quoting, but I had heard. Life has things ready for you, but you have to be willing and ready to accept them when they come.
Oh yeah. Do you know what holisticism is?
I do not.
It's holistics is like believing integration. Mm-hmm. Integration means everything's connected, right? Integrate the world, like you and I are connected. The chairs we're sitting on is connected, right? It's here to be here because this is our lives. If you see this chair and you didn't sit on it, then you're just denying that interconnection of like what's offered to you by this universe, you know? So because you chose to not sit in the chair, your legs are weak, knees weak, arms are heavy, you know? Shit sucks. But like since you sat in the chair, we're having a conversation, we're talking, having a good time. Your knees are probably relaxed right now, right? I don't know.
Spaghetti's still on the inside.
Had some pasta last night. Yeah, like it's not on your. Yeah, it's not on my shirt. Right? Yeah, like. But you know what I'm talking about, right? Like the That's what holistics is. I formed the
connection that I wouldn't have had if I didn't sit in the chair.
Yes, yeah. And that's holistics. That you just kind of you kind of like live in this world, and if you deny the advances that the universe gives you, then that's kind of like your fault, you dickhead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like life can't put everything in front of you. You got to be the one to reach for it eventually.
Right. Your Xbox will never be turned on if you never turn it on, right? It will always be left off. And then you're over here sitting on the couch, but I want to play games. Bitch, turn on the Xbox, you dumbass. Not you, bitch. Bitch, the metaphysical person. Yeah. I like using the word bitch, so that kind of like
So do I. That's why I wanted to pick that name.
Yeah, bitch is a good name. I like it. There's some people that get way too offended. We need to destigmatize that word. It's not a bad word. I think it's a fun word to say. Let's take back that word. You know.
Everyone who's a bitch, take that back.
Everybody who's a bitch, you a bad bitch, take that back. Woo! All the single bitches, put your hands up.
I don't know. Maybe that's a little too much.
That's too much. Okay. Ah, man. So yeah, that holistics. You just gotta accept that shit.
What's your opinion on, or like, what's your idea of a good form of change? Oh no, better question. I'm sorry. What's a good way to start personal change, or like, what's in your opinion, what is a good way to start change?
Well, okay, obviously admitting, right? Admittance. That's like, but that's not like the crucial thing, right? So admitting, like, yeah, like that's obviously you got to admit like when you need to change, but the second step is really important because you can admit it and then just fail at changing. You admit it and then you reach out to the people that are close to you. Be like, hey, I gotta take these small steps to become a better person, and I need help. Like, I can't do this by myself, right? Like skydiving, you didn't go by yourself. You went with your friends, you know. And all these small changes that you do, you're relaying to your friends. Hey, I need to do better at washing my dishes. I've just been way too distracted or stressed out lately. Can you tell me that, like, hey, do your dishes like you forgot? Or, hey, before you just leave that in the sink, I'm reminding you, do your dishes. Like, focus on that, right? And for me, that helps. That helps a lot. My roommates, they go, Meta, you messy fuck. Clean that shit. You won't get better. Meta, go get her. You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah, friendship. Friendship is a huge way to garner the ability to change because it's just like a tug of war. You versus depression, or 10 of you versus depression. I'm gonna take 10 of you, right?
Right.
For that metaphysical change. But that's me. What do you think?
I agree with that. I think trying to do something in solitude won't be as fruitful as a group effort.
Yeah.
And in the sense of, because you can change on your own, but if you fall, or if you have a bad day or bad week, or if you accidentally mess up and fall back on your bad habits, it's harder to stand back up when no one is there to hold you accountable for the mistake that you made. Versus if you have a support group to be like, you know what, you messed up, but this is what you can do, or, you know, here will help you stand up, or whatever. I think that does make the overall lasting changes.
Yeah, and a lot of the times when you do mess up, you don't notice it because it's a habit, right? You're just like, you're not really thinking when you mess up because people get habitualized. People grow up with like a messy room, so then they never know how to clean their room, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's comfortable. Change is uncomfortable. So, you need people. Be like, hey, man. That's why I like orgies a lot, you know?
Wait, go on. I want to hear the connection here. Go on.
There's just a lot of support. Like
what kind of physical support?
Moral support, physical support. Yeah, you got this, Meta. Keep on pumping. You know what I'm talking? Have you ever been in an orgy?
I have never been in an orgy.
Bitch, can you describe to my listeners what I'm wearing right now?
He's wearing a maid outfit with his third nipple out, in pink panties, and one purple heel and one red slipper.
Yeah. So, can you guess what I did last night?
Not go out.
No,
Not
I
just
had
like that.
I had an orgy, right? And all of these maid outfit, red slipper, my purple high heel. And my pink thong, that's all from the orgy, bro.
Gotcha. Oh, it's like your keepsakes. That's what you took from there.
My trophies.
One from each one.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Makes sense now.
Yep. It explains the third nipple.
How'd you take the third nipple?
Drop that shit right off. I was like, give me that shit here, boy. You screw my nipple. My fucking metal. Why did you take my fucking nipple?
The sad thing is, she thought it was kinky for a long time.
Yeah, no, I bit that nipple off. That's what happened. She said, yeah, keep sucking my boobie. And then looks down. Where'd my fucking nipple go? Meta bit it off. Yeah. Like a thief in the night. I'm coming for you.
Coming for your nipple.
Coming for that nipple. Like a thief in the night. That's fucked up. Nipple thief.
I think that's going to be your new contact name on my phone.
Yeah, nipple.
Alright, not serious, but serious about change. What's something about you that you've changed that you're happy? Like, for example, like, I'll start. I changed my sense of style. Like,
no way, really?
Oh my god. I don't know why I was allowed to leave the house growing up the way I was horrible. Wrinkly clothes. Like, for no reason. No reason other than, like, sheer laziness. I was too lazy to, like, fold my clothes so I wouldn't. And leave it in the basket and then just grab it all wrinkly. Oh, shit. Grab it all wrinkly and shit.
That's what I did. I'd still do that.
I do too.
Yeah.
But that's because I did it as a kid and like no one told me not to. But now as an adult, I'm like, trying to like up the sense of fashion a little more, you know?
Really?
It's like, oh,
wow.
You should have seen me. Oh, especially like middle school, high school. Horrible. Horrible.
Well, has that made any significant impact in your life?
Oh yeah, I care about my sense of style now as opposed to like.
Well, is that the only thing that changed, really?
Yeah.
So there, no positive or negative benefits came out of that.
The positive was that I dress better now in public.
What if you?
Well, I guess okay. If you want to like a deeper version of it, like my confidence has gone up because I feel more confident in how I'm dressed. You know. Whereas like back in the day, I knew I was dressed funny, but like I didn't pay much attention to it because I didn't know how to wear. But like the knowing that I was funny, like it's like I'm at peace with what I used to be about. The knowing that I wasn't dressed like cool or like didn't fit in or whatever made me a little shy to talk to people and stuff because I was like, they're gonna laugh at me.
Yeah, like
which
I
they
look
did
like a
though.
clown.
They were right. I mean, I was right. They were laughing, but like,
oh wow.
I just my confidence in like meeting people and strangers and stuff now is.
When did you make this change?
When probably like late into life, like
late.
to where my sense of style is now like a lot more like secured and stuff. It's pretty recently, like 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh wow.
But it was like around high school, like junior senior year ish, where I started to like care about how I dressed and like stopped going out in wrinkly clothes and stuff.
Nice.
But like it didn't like fully like it was a lot of trial and error. A lot of like my early 20s was like awkward mismatching stuff. Like even looking back, I was like, oh fuck, you know,
right?
Don't look nice. But I mean, it was trial and error, and I knew it was gonna like either work or not work.
Right. That makes sense.
Is there any like sense of style or anything that you used to do that like looking back you would never ever?
I wore a leather vest.
Leather vest.
That was so stupid. I don't know why, but I felt badass.
I could see why you would think that. I could see that.
It was really cringy.
Wait. How old?
Middle school.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Middle schooler.
Yeah, I wore flannel and a black leather vest, and like my friends would call me country emo. Because I had like long hair, but I was also like on the buffer countryside, you know, because I did come from the countryside, Kansas, right? So my behaviors and mannerisms when I moved to the big city was very like country, but I was also like really depressed as a middle schooler. So like I would dress in dark clothes, but it'd also be like the country version of them, you know? Like I wear like I'd wear all black shoes, but they were like country boots, and then like I'd wear black pants, but they were like Wrangler jeans, and I'd have like a dark colored flannel, and then that black vest, and then long like emo hair, that wasn't like city, it was like country, right? So people were like emo country.
What a mix.
Like a Johnny Cash. I was a young Johnny Cash.
I wouldn't consider Johnny Cash emo, but I get what
Johnny Cash is hella emo. Are you kidding me? They call him the Man in Black. He's an emo guy. He's like, I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. That's a sad ass song.
Yeah, but just because you sing sad songs doesn't mean you're emo automatically.
So you asked me earlier about change. What was one change that I'm very happy that I made?
Yeah.
From like when I was a kid to now, and that's confidence. I used to have the worst confidence, so I was always kind of like, I couldn't even order anything like at like drive-through, takeout. I couldn't order, talk to the cashier. I would never talk to anyone. People would have had to come to me, like if they wanted to talk. Isn't that weird?
No, well...
No, like, now that you know me, that's the weirdest thing. You would never think of Meta as being the shy guy, right?
No, I couldn't. Especially you now, like, when I first met you, your first thing was like, let's go talk to random strangers. Not literally that, but, basically.
Yeah, that was, like, kind of the vibe.
Yeah.
Right? Like I met you, and then, like, immediately was like, let's go find more people to meet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's so weird to like think of you as a shy person.
I was so shy. The only people I talked to was one friend and my mom. Like I would need like people to talk to other people for me, like a game of telephone. Like I would be at the cash register, like wanting to have food, and my stomach would literally be like, "Rrr." And like my friends like, what do you want? And like I tell them, and then they ask him questions. And, like, I'm standing right in front of the cashier, and the cashier asks me the question, right? I immediately go to my friend and whisper in his ear to, like, order it, like, my response. Because I didn't want to talk to the cashier, right? I had such severe anxiety when it came to, like, talking to people. And then now I'm just, like, I have to talk to people, otherwise I'm going to, like, die. I can't. And that's how I changed myself, and I love it. It's
How
so
old were
much
you when you
easier.
started to change to more confident?
15.
15.
I don't know what happened. Well, I started taking video production classes. Started getting more in front of the camera. I wanted to get in front of the camera to like really like teach myself to be comfortable that people know who I am, And it got to the point where I was doing so much of it that like I would have random people walking past me in the hallways saying, "Hey, Meta, like I know you, like what's up? Like I love seeing you on the like morning shows or whatever," because our news school had a news production team or whatever, and I was one of the people. And we had kind of this Saturday Night Live thing at the every Friday for 15 minutes. So yeah, I had people come up to me saying like, "Wow, I absolutely like think you're cool." And I'm like at first I was apprehensive. I didn't really like talking to people, random people, but then like it got easier over time. People came up to me, right? And I think that's what it is. Once you realize people aren't a threat, it gets so much easier to talk to people. Like who's waking up thinking that they want to beat you up? No one. And if it is someone, then I'll just avoid that person, and I know who that person is. You know what I mean?
What's one thing you'd want to change for the future? Like, what's your future change plans?
No, I don't really like thinking about the future or the past, really. I like being in the now. Maybe be a better person, be more open-minded. I don't know if like I have any prejudices, and that's dangerous as hell, Because if I think I don't have prejudices, then that just means I have some really strong prejudices that I'm unaware of, I need to fix those prejudices and face myself every day. So yeah, definitely that's I guess that's a change. What about you for the future?
I'd like to get my health in order. I am
Oh, yeah.
one of the unhealthiest. Well, no, I used to. So, I just love sugar and candy and sweets.
Mm.
If I could eat chocolate every day, I would. And and I do love vegetables. I was vegetarian for a while, so like I don't mind having a salad, but I just love it. Or I love sugar, like in candy and things. And I also hate working out. Absolutely hate working out. I love the idea of it. Like
What do you mean you love the idea of it?
Like I love the idea of being able to get up and go for a run, or like going to the gym and lifting weights. But like the idea of it sounds cool. But then like in doing it, and like as soon as I start sweating, that's when I tap out. I can't do it no more. You know.
Yeah, it's a good idea on paper, but in action, it's not.
Yeah, it's not as fun. It looks fun. It looks fun to want to run around.
Wow.
Well,
how are you gonna do something like? How can one person want to change but not do it? And that's the thing. So the step 1 is amendments. That's something you recognize you need to change. Step 2 is use your friends. You're telling me you want to go to the gym? I want to go to the gym. I mean I do go to the gym. I'll take you with me. I got a VIP pass.
You're far.
Yeah, we do live far away.
Also, I would love to work out with my friends and stuff, but I work such an awkward schedule that like I usually end up working out when I do finally decide to drag my ass to the gym.
Right.
But it's usually really late at night, like midnight and a half.
That's fine. What's wrong with that?
I don't know. Every time I hit someone up to work out at midnight, they're always like, "Nah, it's late," you know. The only people that work out that late are like bodybuilders and stuff, or at least from what I've noticed, are like bodybuilders. But like I can never keep up with a bodybuilder.
I don't know. One time I went to the gym at like 1 a.m. and all I saw was like the fat people, you know. I think they do that because they think no one's gonna show up.
Yeah, agreed. Well, I that's when I used to. That's also why I used to work out so late. I don't like being watched when I work out, so I do work out a little later than normal, just to not be seen.
Yeah, I like to look at people working out, not like for creepy reasons, but for like, I'm like,
you guys get him.
FBI, open up!
We got you,
you fucking pervert. No, I like doing it because it's like, I get so motivated just watching other people like do it, you know, because I don't want to fucking do it, but look at these motherfuckers doing it. That's awesome, you know, and I'm like, whoo, let's do it. We're all doing this workout, you know, we're all stressing it out together, and I'm not alone in the suffering, you know. Oh fuck, if I was alone, I'd be like, I don't want to fucking do all my reps, you know. There's no accountability. I just be like 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm fucking done.
Yeah, like I broke a half a sweat.
Yeah. But then like if
agreed.
people are watching me, I'm gonna be like, woo! 10, 20, 30, you know, just pumping it out like nothing, you know.
No, agreed, 100%. Because that's what I tend to do too when I work out alone. I'll
You're like, that was a good stretch.
Yeah. Oh my god. Once I made the mistake of working out with someone who has my personality type when it comes to the gym. And I won't say no names, but me and my friend, we got onto the treadmill, like just to start. We got on the treadmill. We said minimum 35 minutes. At 15 minutes in, we were both like, all right, let's call it. We went to I think we said we were going to be there for at least an hour and a half, and we called it at like 45 minutes in.
Oh, the half of an hour and
Not even a whole.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I really was like, I need somebody there to hold me accountable because I will tap out.
Dude, I go to the gym for 45 minutes just to take a shit. You know, like.
Why are you taking a 45-minute shit? What are you eating?
It's all the protein. It's all the protein shakes, man. And I'm wiping, and like, you know, shit's like a magic marker, man. I'm wiping, and like after the 8th wipe, it's still there. It's fresh. There's more poop.
Maybe your change should be your protein shake, if that's the case. So like I'd lost the weight, graduated high school skinny, went to college, gained my college 20, you know.
Gained your what?
College, the college 20.
What's that?
Or no, the Freshman 15, that's what it's called.
What?
When your freshman year of college, you gain 15 pounds.
No, why?
Because your first time living on your own, you're eating a lot. There's no one there to monitor your eating. That's what happened to me. I moved out.
For me, I moved out and I couldn't afford food.
That's what happened to me. I stopped going to school and I moved out and I was like living on my own and like I was like on a diet, but also like I couldn't afford to not be on a diet. You know, salads are just cheaper.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's funny.
So I was like the healthiest that I've ever been, but I was also like I want junk food. So like the reason I've recently gained weight is because like now I'm like I can't afford to like eat normal, and so I started splurging.
Well, for me, the thing that was like the catalyst for wanting to lose weight was. I looked down in the shower and I lost my penis. I was like, where'd you go? I couldn't see my penis. I was so fat, you know? And I was like, damn, I really got to work out, you know? And I started working out, still couldn't see my penis. Like, I lost like...
He blames the weight.
Yeah. It got to the point where I was like, is my dick just small? Right? Because I was like, I lost like 40 pounds. I still couldn't see my penis. And I was like, no way. And I looked up what's a healthy BMI, right? And it was like, brother, you overweight, right? Meta, you overweight. You're like 50 pounds overweight. Your BMI is like 30, which is like obese or some shit. No, it wasn't 30. I think it was like 29, which is like close to obese, right? It's really fucked up, right? I was like, oh, my mom's right. I am fat, right? Like, so I just started working out even more. Still couldn't see my penis, and then when I could start seeing my penis, it was like, yeah, you're 25 on the BMI scale, which is like 1 point above average, right? For like weight. I was like, oh my god, I can kind of see my penis if I like flex, you know. So that must mean. Normal weight means I could see my normal penis, right? Here we go. Time to go to the normal weight. And I eventually hit 23, 24, and I could see my penis. I was like, wow. And sex feels amazing, right? I got more penis to use because the fat isn't in the way.
Oh, and I was going to say, gaining weight, like you gain fat
around your penis.
Yeah. And
your little package is not showing enough.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So crazy. No one ever thinks about the little stuff about that.
You mean the big stuff, right? Like, yeah, you're not giving yourself love there, and I feel like that definitely destroys your confidence too. So like, you get more depressed because you're like, I got a tiny penis. Nah, bitch, you fat. Nah, bitch. Nah, brother, you're fat. Right? Like, dude, you're fat. You don't got a tiny penis. You're just fat. You fat ass.
Oh my god, what if someone like does all this, works out, and is like
they still got a micro penis? Or like this guy, he was like, man, I thought I had a vagina this entire time. But I shaved off all that fat and I actually have a micro penis. Would you look at that?
Just the micro though.
It's a little nugget. Like a chestnut penis.
Oh my god, are you leading us into your personal life again? Is this like your monologues where you're saying somebody else in quotations?
Yeah. So I heard someone else was a fat fuck and couldn't see their fucking penis. Their tiny ass fucking penis. Not me though. I have a giant penis. Shit's like a mile long. A kilometer.
Just because no one can see, he's crying right now.
My penis is huge. You don't know me. You never see my penis. I'll bop you. I'll bop you with my penis. Shit's like a third arm. I'm swinging that shit around and it's like
Lie. Go ahead. Lie. Go.
It's like swinging a snake around my head. Like I was in Australia and there's a a snake, and I caught that snake. I started swinging it above my head. I didn't know what to do with it because I knew if I lost momentum, the snake could come down and bite my hand. So I kept using centrifugal force to keep the head away from my body, right? As I was swinging it above my head. I was like, woo! And then my family went out, and they're like, hey, yo, what the hell? And they see me swinging a snake around. And they're like, what the heck is this guy doing? I'm like, what do I do? And they're like, I don't know. Dude, I'm stuck. Yeah, if I throw it, but I'm afraid the head's going to fling back around and bite me, right? So I just go to a tree, and I just smack that shit. Smack it. Shit blows up in a million pieces. There's dead snake chunk flying everywhere. I destroyed a snake.
That's so sad. Poor snake. And I bet you walked up just to be your best friend.
Dude.
It slithered up to you just for love, and you murdered it.
Well, and then after that, I had to get penis surgery. Gotcha, bitch.
You got me there.
You got so into the story.
I was like,
you're like, damn, you're a dick. You destroyed us. Yeah, it was so intricate and detailed, right? like it seems plausible.
And I feel like you've been around the world enough where I'm like, yeah, that seems like he probably could have had at one point.
Yeah, it does that. Yeah. I got bit by a snake once when I was a kid. This is a true story. It wasn't my penis this time. I was in Twin Peaks, Kansas. Which, if you don't know anything about Kansas, it's just a flat land. There's nothing there. But then there's two bumps on the road, and they're like, oh my God, mountains, right? So that's called Twin Peaks Mountain, or like hill, Twin Peak Hills in Kansas. It looks like titties. Like it's just these two perfect mounds on very flat land. And I'm on the top of the mound in Twin Peak, and like a snake comes up, and like, I was talking to this girl that I had a crush on. She had a crush on me. So we were doing that, like, weird elementary school thing where we're, like, dating or whatever. But, like, that wasn't dating.
Yeah, it wasn't anything. Yeah, I get
yeah. But, like,
stuff.
Yeah, so she's talking to me. I'm talking to her. We're talking about drama or whatever, gossip. And she starts screaming, oh, my God, snake. And I'm like, huh? My dumbass. Like, I turn around. Like, I'm so slow. And then the snake bites me on my pant leg. My pant. It bit my jean.
Oh, thank God, though.
And then like I kicked it with my back of my heel, and I was like screaming. I was like, right, and I ran away. That's my honest reaction. I was so scared I couldn't scream, and I was so delayed. I was just in awe and shock. The only thing that could come out of my mouth was, and I kicked the snake and I run away. And the snake just runs away, and like you can see like two little like indents on my jean. And so yeah, I got bit by a snake, but I didn't get bit by a snake, you know what I mean?
I feel like maybe you didn't see, but do you know what kind of snake it was?
It was like a brown like garden snake, I think.
Was it like, is it poisonous? Do you know? I'm assuming you wouldn't know, huh?
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know.
I wouldn't. If it was poison, that'd be funny as shit.
Like, what a lucky save.
Yeah, that'd be pretty, yeah. I've been bit by like snakes, like little tiny green garden snakes, right? And like they literally fit the palm of your hand. They're so tiny, and like I would hold it in my hand, and like it would bite my thumb or whatever. But it would be like such a nibble. It would be like more cute than painful, you know? Mm-hmm. Oh, look at this tiny little thing, thinking it hurts me, you know?
Yeah. When I had a neighbor who had a boa constrictor. I was like,
yeah.
a baby fit in your hand, same thing. He would like nibble at your fingers, and it was like cute because like.
Yeah, it's like little nibbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, are you like trying to hurt me? Like, what are you doing? And look at this little baby, I can punt it.
Right,
you know?
a little flick across.
Yeah, I'd literally flick it with my middle finger and it'd be dead. You know, like, you don't know who you're messing with. I'm meta.
A man, roar.
What did that have to do with change?
We really got off topic.
We got really off topic.
With this.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
But in general, like, if you ever hear me tell a story, like, I will, like, in one story, I will tell you 5 side stories that almost have nothing to do with the main story, like, the whole reason that I switched over. So I'm not even surprised.
It's tangents. That's what it's called.
Sure.
And ADHD.
I don't think I have that.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't think so. I don't know. Officially, no.
I got diagnosed in 3rd grade with ADHD. I think so there's this little statistic I'd like to flaunt around. 76% of kids that are diagnosed with ADHD and put on medication for like attention disorders tend to be in the later periods of the birth years. So like December, November, October times. And that's because a lot of anthropologists think that's because of the school system. How the school system is a yearly block, right? And all the people that were born in like January aren't like they've lived like 8 months of a difference, right? Which is a lot in kids' time, right?
Yeah.
So basically, what we're doing as a society is rewarding maturism, right? And we're punishing these other kids for being born 8 months later, right? So they're still 8 months younger. They're still haven't lived 8 months to know how to behave properly. You know, like 8 months is almost a year difference, right? And we expect all these younger people to like just mature so fast, and we're punishing them, right? How come adults aren't like randomly diagnosed with ADHD? You know, of course you catch it at a younger age. That makes sense, but I don't know. I just find it a little disparaging.
Well, I will say that's also generational. I feel like in our generation, a lot more adults are getting diagnosed with like ADD and ADHD and things like that, just because now there's more knowledge behind it. Whereas like a parent, back in the 80s or 90s would kind of like
shrug it off, right?
Yeah,
because it's like a new fad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that we're gonna see a lot of change, and I think we're gonna see a lot more people diagnosed at an earlier age, which I think is for the best. But I also do think that we're gonna see people our age starting to come out with, or not come out, but like be diagnosed with things like that, just from having been misdiagnosed as a child.
Yeah. Well, do you know the DSM-5?
No.
DSM-5 means the Diagnostic Statistics Manual. So like how you diagnose psychological disorders like schizophrenia, stuff like that. And in order to have like tics, for example, you would have to have symptoms before the age of 18, like documented symptoms of the thing, because if you're a minor, like it's not like you're faking it, but as adults could fake shit, for attention or whatever, so I think that's really important too.
Oh, having the acknowledgement of it before you start just not randomly, but
Yeah, before you just start faking it, because people are fucked up.
Yeah. 100%. I like to scroll through Reddit and stuff, and I know a lot of them are made up, but like sometimes I read these stories, I'm like, what the fuck? Like these attention-seeking
hoes.
Karens, or hoes.
These hoes.
These bitches.
These bitches.
But I do read about those kinds of people, and I wonder like, what is going through your mind when you're seeking that much attention? Like,
yeah, let's go on Reddit. Let's see. Like, I can almost guarantee you like something. Oh, okay. So no stupid questions. Our Reddit / no stupid questions. My husband wants to switch to a bidet to be more environmentally conscious. Once you use it, how do you dry off? Do you use a towel on your butthole that you reuse? That sounds unsanitary. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. This first world motherfucker literally just explained that they could afford a bidet. All right, this was from r / libertarian. Stop saying Republicans are more likely than Democrats to protect freedom of speech. They don't give a fuck about First Amendment rights when it goes against their narrative. Couple of examples, clip from news clip. More than 1/3 of adults agree 36% would support stripping the U.S. citizenship from Americans, then burn or desecrate the flag. Roughly 2/3, 67% of Republicans support this idea, while just 29 independents recorded about a quarter of Democrats feel the same. Politically speaking, Republicans are nearly twice as likely as Democrats or independents to believe that there are books that should be banned completely, 42% versus 23% and 22% respectively. A new survey from YouGov shows that Republicans widely support banning books with LGBTQ themes. More than half of Republicans, 55%, say that elementary school students should not have to be allowed more access to text with queer and transgender characters. What?
I feel like that voice reminded me of a Cartoon Network villain.
These people should get out of their egos, and that's a form of change, getting out of your ego.
Ooh, agreed.
Right? Like, all these people are just really thinking about things in their own perspective. Let's look for another post. Oh, life pro tip.
I can't recreate that. You do it.
Oh, life pro tip. When you go shopping and there's not one retail worker who's exceptionally cheerful and helpful, get their name. Later find their manager contact info and send an email about it. Retail work is tough. The ones who go above and beyond deserve recognition and praise. Huzzah!
Hallelujah.
Huzzah! Like, shut, get off your high horse, you cunt.
What? I'm over here like, yeah, you better work.
No, I'm talking about this person that made the post.
I agree with them.
You agree with it?
Maybe not.
No, I get it, but like, you really gotta make a post about that.
Yes.
That's like, bro, that should be common decency. That's called common decency.
Not.
You're not a good person for telling other people to be a good person.
But they're not saying that they feel like they're a better person, but they're telling you, here's a pro tip.
Here's a pro tip. When a peasant serves you an exceptionally delicate dish, make sure you send compliments to the management of the establishment. It's very, like, cocky, very, like, look at this peasant doing a good slave job, Like, that's what it seems like.
You think so?
Yeah.
I did not get that. I was like, good. I agree with her. Well, not fully. I don't think you should, like, email people or whatever. I think, hey, tell your manager you did a good job. A fist bump or something wild like that.
Yeah. Like, where's your manager? Let me talk. And then you stop all work just to have them be like, hey, I like this guy.
Oh my God,
let's read a green text since we're here in the place of Reddit.
Okay.
You want to do this one? Mm-mm. Sound like an idiot. Every time I read green text, I think like an idiot is like writing it. B27, virgin. Girl I went to uni with a few years ago calls me. Hey, Anon, I'm really sorry to do this, but I had a baby and I think it's yours. Bitch, that's fucking impossible. We never had sex. What the fuck are you talking about? Are you serious? Starts arguing. Get a DNA test just to shut her the fuck up. It's positive.
Ooh, somebody call Maury or Jerry.
Murray.
Maury.
Murray.
It was Maury.
Yeah, wow, that was intense. That was fun. I hate Reddit, man.
I love it.
Yeah, you love Reddit?
I just like sitting there aimlessly scrolling.
That's the dangers of Reddit, is you're just endlessly scrolling. And you really want to, like, you really think the internet is the best place to go?
No.
I love the internet. I think it's the best place to go. Says the person who lives on the internet.
Right.
Post their podcasts on the internet. It's the best. It's the greatest. Listen to me.
I think the internet is fun and all, but I think it can be such a rabbit hole. You'll get stuck and stuck and stuck and stuck.
Yeah, like if a random person's listening to the podcast right now, what are you doing here? This is just for my friends.
We could want to be famous
No, I wouldn't really care about being famous. But then I would hate that because then if I have like people that listen to me that I don't know, and I start becoming more popular, then anytime they ever mention my podcast, they go, "Yeah, he's pretty underground. Yeah, he doesn't really care about being famous." Then
Oh my
that
God,
would
they're
suck.
gonna make you sound like the poser.
Yeah, then I sound like a total cunt. Like.
Wait, question though: if you had if you could be a celebrity, would you if given the opportunity to be on TV, would you take it?
I do it for fun, but I wouldn't do it to like get famous. I don't really I gotta be humble. I can't. I think that'll get to my head. Like knowing my personality, I will get that will get to my head so quick. I will be like, "Where's my free French fries at Burger King?"
Okay.
I am Meta 3000. Do you not know who I am? And I know like that's what I will be, or maybe I fear myself enough to know that that's what I'll be, or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
You got to know yourself and know what you're like. 100%.
Like I know like if a little bit of ego gets in me and I don't check myself, it's not going to be a good time for everybody, me included.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Like just a cocky dick, and I would hate that. I would hate to go home at the end of a long celebrity tirade of "Give me, where's my fucking French fry, Burger King," and then going back home like, "Oh my God," looking at myself in the mirror like, "You literally threw a tantrum for French fries at Burger King."
Oh, TMZ catches everything.
Yeah, and then and I pull up my phone and I'm on Reddit, r/Meta 3000's an asshole.
And it's just like a whole
and I'm looking at this shit.
Like, he threw a French fry at me.
At that point, I'm no longer me. My real name. Insert my real name here. I become Meta.
Yeah, you become the
Meta 3000. This character that people now see. Meta 3000's an asshole. Please don't support him. Or even then, I really. At the end of the day, I don't care if people support me or not, but then I really hate to be a tool used for assholery,
Yeah.
So then if I have fans and then they go, "Oh yeah, Meta, you probably don't know him. He's hilarious." Thank you, future fan.
Future fan that I know is there.
Yeah. I see you out there. That weird random one view that is like an extra of my friend. I know I got 12 friends. Why is there 13 people watching this? Oh, it's just me on my other account.
You're one of those.
No,
to boost your views, you have 6 accounts.
Well, once I post my videos, if I do listen to it again, it's probably to show someone I like, hey, I think this is funny. I created a mash of Basket Case and Four Lit by B.O.B. and Green Day together because they had halftime BPMs, and I thought that was funny. So please look at this. And then just stare at them for 3 minutes as the song goes on, just looking at their face, knowing it's a shitty song, and kind of seeing if they're going to lie to me if it was good or not. You know what I mean?
You're the worst.
It's such a bad, I'm not sure if you heard it, but I posted it on my YouTube channel. It's, Basket Case. Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? It's a Green Day song. Mm-hmm. And then, Four Lit by B.O.B. Could be four lit, could be too lit. No, it's like a rap song, right? They start rapping, so it's doom 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 doom, like a nice beat, and then Basket Case lyrics over it, right? We're Green Day singing, but there's no instrumentals. It's just the four lit instrumental. It's chaos. It's cheesy. It's good, but it's bad, right? So I play it. I'm watching people's expressions, and they're pretending to like it. I'm oh, this isn't a friend.
You're not real.
You're not a real friend. You gotta be honest to me, man. Just tell me that it's shit, I have songs posted that I'm just I post it because I don't care what people say about it because I know it's shit. and then people telling me that it's good. I'm like, no, dude, this is shit. Like, I don't have the protective ego enough to like show people the things I actually like about myself. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's something I should change. But I'm compiling them, all the good songs, into like one good album. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll purchase and then hate on every single one just for you.
Yeah. That's how I know you're a good friend.
I'll tell you as soon as I hate.
You should make like a reaction video. Meta 3000 drops new album. It sucks.
Boo! The whole track.
Yeah, like, it's horrible.
You know what? That sounds like a great podcast idea. We'll just go through and
listen to my album and then just bag on it. Like, oh, look at this part. Meta, what were you thinking?
I mean, we could also just like support you and be like, yes, Meta, give you a little clap on the side.
Yeah, like on the good parts. But if it's bad, you gotta tell me. Like, MGK? Mm-hmm. He keeps posting music for some reason. Someone gotta tell that guy to stop. He's just embarrassing himself.
Watch him be the 13th viewer of this one.
Like, I get one dislike on this podcast. Hey! Where was that? MGK, he's like eating a bowl of oatmeal. He's like, fuck this motherfucker. Time to make a diss track.
Right?
He's coming back. Oh, I'm so scared. Oh, man.
Shit, I'll support you. I'm behind you making a diss track.
Yeah, make a diss track of MGK. Hey, make me more famous. I just made a podcast because it's fun. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't imagine like more money than I already have. Like, I have so much. I don't have so much money, but like I love my life so much that I wouldn't even know what to do with all the money if I get money. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I understand that. Like, if you're comfortable where you're at and you don't see the need to change it, then why change it?
Yeah.
I would like to think that I'd be in the same position where I wouldn't want a lot in life, but I want a comfortable life. So like I always like joke and say like if I can find somebody rich to marry and like be like that trophy husband or whatever at home, like that's great or whatever. But like in all honesty, like I don't necessarily care about being rich. I just want to be comfortable.
You know that song where he goes, "I want a long life and an easy one. I want a good girl and an honest one. I want this drink and another one." You know that song?
That song.
It's by Drake. It's a really good song. But I think about that a lot, and I'm like, me too, man. Yeah. Like that's awesome. Like why not have a long, easy life with people you care about and drinking? I love drinking. Ooh, you want to get a beer?
I do.
All right, let's pause. Hey guys, it's Meta. So I decided to make this into a two-parter podcast because we had some pretty good conversations going on, and there's a lot of the conversations that I didn't feel like I had the heart to delete. There's a lot of sections that I did delete, but I just have so much good material. So I'm going to go ahead and make a part 2 podcast, and I'm going to leave you guys all off with the simple line that Drake sang that I mentioned at the end of this podcast. Thank you, and have a good day.
Sure you'd remember.
Just a long life and a merry one, a quick death and an easy one, a pretty girl and an honest one, a stiff whiskey and another one.
20, I came to fuck you up, yeah. I want a long life, a legendary one. I want a quick death and an easy one. I want a pretty girl and an honest one. I want this drink and another one, yeah. And I'm troublesome, yeah. I'm a pop star, but